do a brief check-in. I want to find out from all of you what's going on in your respective businesses. How are things going? Are you adding people to your database? So I've said over and over again, you know what? We all know, right, Meg, within a month or 2 months, when somebody's going to join our organization, we've already patted ourselves on the back. We know somebody's joining for a month or two, right? No need to have that ceremony in perpetuity. How I judge the health of my organization, right? Building out a revenue share organization is two things. And I say this over and over again. Number one is how many qualified people do I put into my database daily? When I say qualified, based on the questions that I ask, who answers me in a way that indicates that they are A, EXP curious, and B, receptive to joining my organization. If I put 3 people into my database a day, at the end of a week, I have 15 people. At the end of a month, I have 60 people. At the end of a year, you ready? I have 720 people. If 5% convert, you have now opened up all 7 levels and have put yourself in a position to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I want to lay this out to you. So my focus is how many people did I put in my database? That's number one. Number two, the integrity of honoring my CRM, my database management system. Nobody, I mean nobody, ever should fall below the calendar of when I'm supposed to follow up with him. If I said nothing else to you, the fortune is in the follow-up. I've been here in Miami for the last week. I've been in the office of the Lewis Andrew Group. It took me 3 years to bring him on. It's now the biggest team in the state of Florida. He came over with 60 agents. It took me 3 years to nurture and cement a relationship, but I was always cognizant when I was supposed to follow up with him. And Nima, I never, ever, ever let people fall behind in my calendar. If that happens, that is a red flag to me that I am not doing my job properly. So what I'd like to hear from you, I'd like to hear how you're feeling about your respective businesses. Talk about that a little bit. Please don't be shy. I want to drill deep here and understand, are you happy with the results you're getting? If not, what do we need to modify or tweak? It's okay if you're not getting results right now, but what we don't want to do is keep on having these conversations on a continuum. We want to address whatever problems that you're having so we can move forward and you can start having the results that you want, need, and I keep on saying this all day today, desire. And you have the right. You have the right to desire this. You have the right to desire an organization that allows you the good comfort of having a passive and residual income stream. Nima, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, today's going to be more of a listening day at Kid Duty, so I'll go offline, off video, but off camera. I think for me, it's just transitioning. Track boss coaches are amazing. You're amazing, Coach Eric, but just transitioning, learning your way. Just excited. I had an attraction loss the other day, and it's like, hey, you kind of grieve it for a minute, but you also learn how to pivot, how to ask the right questions, how to move the needle. So celebrate those victories briefly. You grieve those losses, but you go get the next one. So I'm excited. Don't need 3 months to figure this out. I'm on board now and just learning and asking those right questions. And just again, for me personally, just a different style of, hey, people need to be worthy to be in my calendar, in my database. I think there's the temptation of wanting to chase. It's easy to look at Eric Orland. He's got 3,000 plus, Curtis Johnson 6,000, whatever he's got, and say, hey, I don't have that luxury to be picky when I'm sub whatever, right? But if it's working for you, then I don't need to innovate. I need to imitate. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I just need to duplicate. So I like that idea. It's just, again, got to keep the eye on the vision, eye on the prize, eye on the process. I'm excited. Just
Nima, I want to ask you this question. Not only are you a Bruin brother, but I think the world of you. I think you're a great human being. But would you ever get involved in a relationship with somebody, a personal relationship that wasn't worthy of your love, of your affection, of your kindness?
Yeah. No.
When you really are in a relationship with somebody, it's about 2 people coming together. What I'm going to ask you to do is focus your time on people that are open-minded to having a rapport with you, that are open-minded, and they may not be open today. You know what? Somebody who says no today does not mean no in a year or 6 months or maybe even 3 months. But I am very cognizant that when I am having a conversation, I want to identify a group of people that are at least open-minded to potentially doing something together. And as I mentioned, like with Lewis Andrew Group, it's really funny. He's texting me right now. It took me 3 years to bring him into my organization. It's not about not fostering and cementing a relationship. It is very much about that. But I want to know that somebody's open-minded to having that relationship to be fostered and to grow. And if not, I'm probably not investing a whole lot of time. And the analogy that I make is, as an unmarried man, I'm probably not going to look for my next spouse who is already married to another human being. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I want to marry somebody who is available, open, and open-minded about potentially pursuing a relationship. And that's kind of how I look at revenue share as well. I'm looking for people who are open-minded. May not be today. I don't push. I'm a big believer that being great at this is not about walking somebody to the edge of a cliff and then pushing them. The goal is when somebody is ready to jump from that cliff, the goal is to be able to catch them because you understand what their needs and what their wants are. Remember, selling is about solving people's problems and meeting people's needs. The only way to solve a problem is to uncover it. And the same thing goes for the need. If you want to meet a need, you need to understand what that need is. So it's about that relationship. Does that make sense, Nima?
Yeah, absolutely. Curious, it took 3 years for Lewis to join. What was that initial conversation? Was he like, yeah, I'm interested, it might be down the road, or was it a hard no at the
No,
get-go?
it was a hard no. It was a hard no, and it was an objection handling call. So I did it I called him on a Zoom call like I'm going to do today with all of you. And I called him up. I knew who he was. I knew he had he's in his mid-30s. He's a super good guy. And I knew that he was a team leader with about 60 people on his team that did crazy volume. And I called him up and I said, I hope you'll take this call as a compliment. Same thing that you hear me say over and over again. My name is Eric Orland. How are you? Good. Who are you, Eric? I said, well, Lewis, I'm somebody who's become familiar with who you are. And I wanted to reach out. And I hope you'll take this call as a compliment to who you are as an industry professional and somebody who's really well respected. So I complimented him so he wouldn't immediately take the phone and hang up on me, right? It's really hard to say to somebody, you're wonderful, you're terrific, you're great, and then tell you to go jump in the lake or something significantly stronger. And I said to him, would you be open-minded to exploring a brokerage platform that would allow you and your agents to have significant lead flow to ramp up your volume? It's different than the normal script that I use. Keep more of your commissions and provide you access to multiple other streams of income, some of which you can take into your retirement and provide you and your family a level of financial security or stability that realtors have never had previously. And his immediate response to me, we talk about it to this day, was, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. So I want to open this up to all of you. What would be an appropriate question? Because remember, in selling, it's not about talking. A great salesperson is not a great orator. A great salesperson is great at asking appropriate questions so they remain engaged with their audience. What would be an appropriate response? I'm not interested in EXP.
May I ask, what are you not really interested in? Is it keeping more of your commission or making multiple streams of income that allows you to retire and pass that down to your family?
Perfect. Zadush, you've been listening. I love it. He is now prepared to have that phone call. What does that say to everybody on today's phone call that he's able to do that? Does that not immediately alleviate a level of stress? So when somebody says to him, I'm not interested, may I ask, what aspect of the EXP business platform are you not interested in? Is it your ability to keep more of your commissions, have ownership in the brokerage firm that you're working at, or having the good fortune to be able to have a passive and residual income and get paid like a broker without having the liability or any of the managerial or financial responsibilities of being a broker? What aspect don't you like? Would you mind sharing with me? Which is what he just said. Santush, first of all, congratulations. Says a lot. That is a big, big objection that you're going to hear over and over again.
I heard you say it a lot of times, so it sits in the back of my brain now.
So that is critical. That is really critical. And that was his response. And his response to me when I asked him that question was, you're really good at that. And I said, what do you mean that I'm really good at that? He said, you're really good at asking questions and trying to really understand what's important to me. I said, well, how can I be of service by not asking you questions? I asked him another question. And 2 days later, I jumped in a plane and I flew from Puerto Rico to Miami with my kid. It was in the middle of COVID. And 3 years later, he joined EXP. 3 years later. So it is about nurturing and cementing relationships. Make no mistake about it.
I mean, it's getting information. I mean, we got to fight the temptation of just spewing and just shut up and ask questions and get information. Speak to their pain, speak to their goals, like Michael says all the time. Right? Hey, Michael Weissman, how are you, man? Speak to their pain, get more information. It's like
Michael's a great salesperson. Michael is really good at identifying people's pain points by asking the right questions. Being great at this is about, and being, it's very much in line with being a great realtor. Randy's been a coach like myself for a very long time. And we'll tell you, and if you are out there prospecting, the reason you ask questions is not only to extract information, but to control the conversation, to make sure that conversation does not go off track.
Trying to get evidence to use against them. That's all.
That's basically it. So who else wants to share what's going on with your business? Anybody? This is your time. We're going to make calls today within the next 10 minutes, but I just want to make sure I do a check-in with everybody. I mean, I could call on people on the call today, but this is your call. I want you to feel like we're here for you.
Yeah.
Anything going on with your business? What are you doing, buddy? First of all, it's good to see you.
You too.
Congratulations on your new listings.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm actually just been trying to get these listings off the ground. Have another one coming up next week. But I need to get back in the saddle with agent attraction. So I'm just going like full steam ahead starting since last week. And I'm just going to try to crush it all through the fourth quarter of this year. So I was making calls all day today, doing follow-up calls, and then I got to jump off at 3 because I have an open house at 5. So
everybody that comes in that open house, I want you to flash a smile to. Ask them how long they've been in the business, how long they've been through existing brokerage firm, what do they like and what don't they like.
Hold on, my daughter's calling me.
Pain points.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
I got to mute myself. The daughter's calling me.
This is really important. I want when you talk to your daughter and then come back to me. It's really important. I've got a couple of ideas how you're going to build in the last quarter because you've got a lot of listings right now. All right, who else? Trish, what's going on? Good to see you. Trish. What's happened in your business?
I'm feeling a little stale right now.
Why? Talk more about that. Why are you feeling stale?
I think I just got tired, and so I need to re-energize and get back into some role plays because I'm not scripting as well. I'm not. So I mean, like when you have, I think I need help closing, I guess, because I have a lot of people who are very interested and then they just ghost. I'll give you an example. I had a couple very, very interested, not at KW, not crazy about KW, asked a lot of really good questions. We had a really good conversation. We scheduled a time to run through some numbers. And they said, oh, we got to reschedule. And then nothing.
All right, I'm going to say something. You're not going to like this, but it's true. First of all, if you want to get out of your funk, just go outside, look up at the sky and smile. It has been scientifically proven. It's almost impossible to feel negative. Right. So I do two things every morning. Judy Bessie can tell you I do this. I write affirmations to myself every morning, telling myself how wonderful, how beautiful, how kind, how smart I am. Right. I just pour it on each and every day. I program my mind to ensure that I'm in a good headspace. Number one. Number two, what makes you beautiful and great is you got an incredible smile. Smile into the phone, knowing that you're going to have a positive outcome. I don't believe you have to be a great closer at building out a revenue share organization. I don't want somebody to close me. I believe when somebody is considering making a career move that is going to financially impact themselves and their family, it should be a nice, natural progression. Never think that you're walking somebody to the edge of a cliff, and I said this before in the Q&A today, and feel like you're giving them a push. Feel like you understand and that you're there to catch them. So ask them, connect with them. I noticed that you and I haven't been able to reconnect. I would love to find out where you're at, to see if EXP is still on the radar and how I could be of service to you. Is there a better or easier way for us to communicate? Can we set up a time, perhaps today or tomorrow, so you and I could at least re-engage and I can understand where you might be and how I could be able to best be of service to you?
Well, I like that. I may be leaving shortly to go look at the sky and smile.
It's okay. You deserve it. I said something and I'm going to repeat it because I think this is really important. October 1st is next Tuesday. Do whatever you need to do this weekend, but I hope for you that as we come into the last quarter of the year, that you end the quarter on a high note, that you look in the mirror and you like what you see, that you feel like you've taken action and that you've given it your all. So you could give yourself a pat on the back, because remember, nobody completes you. You complete yourself by having a sense of accomplishment. Please take this last quarter and go into the new year knowing that you are going to kick ass. You are worthy of taking a great vacation. You are worthy of buying yourself a beautiful holiday gift. You are worthy of doing whatever you want, but you've got to put in the time and effort. And I want you to think about this. Why in the name of God would you go into the new year feeling bad about yourself? In the same way that nobody would walk over to their hot stove and put their hand in their stove and burn themselves, inflict pain, if you don't maximize your accomplishments going into the new year, doesn't that inflict pain in the same way that putting your hand in a hot stove inflicts pain? Why do that? It doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to ask you to take whatever time you need for yourself this weekend and then lock arms with Randy and his group of coaches, with me. Lock arms with us so we could go into this quarter and really kill it and approach 2025 with our head high, so you don't feel disingenuous, so you feel authentically you, that you and you alone have the ability to connect with each and every individual that you engage with, that you come at that relationship not up or down, but even keel, that you're meeting everybody on their own level because you have a relationship with yourself. And that comes from a sense of accomplishment. Take the time to acknowledge October 1st is Tuesday. That is your time to put your head down, to focus and wrap up the year on the strongest note possible. So you don't have to look back over your shoulder and say, I could have, should have, or would have done it differently.
I needed that. Thank you.
It's there for you, Trish. You have everything it takes. Just connect. Don't make this job harder than it needs to be. You don't have to hard close people. Sometimes, do you not think, listen, I've grown as fast as almost anybody, right? I've almost 3,000 people in a down market in 4.5 years at EXP. Do you know how many people have stood me up or ghosted me? It's a reflection of the business. Come on, if we're all being sincere and honest with each other, we're of course the most professional people in the world. Let's project in everybody else. Come on. Did you really think that every realtor was going to follow up with you and honor their calendar and they weren't going to ghost you? It's a function of the industry, unfortunately. In my business plan, if I want to have massive results, I need to take massive action. Just take more action, put more people in your database. That's it. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to overcomplicate this for you. If you want to have more results and have more people as part of your RevShare organization, take massive action and put more people in your database. So those people that are flaky or unprofessional, that don't respond, that flake out in a meeting, that doesn't impact your business. I look today, I have 1,032 people in my database that are worthy of being there based on the strength of the questions that I asked to them. If 5% of them, Judy, convert, right? 5% of them convert. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll add 50 people to my front line. And the numbers don't lie.
Good to see you,
All right,
Trish.
guys.
And Trish, you're not alone. You know how I feel. And was he just about to speak and I cut him off? I'm sorry.
No,
Oh,
you're
gosh,
good.
no.
No, you're good.
I thought he just commented.
No,
I don't know if I'm
I
saying
was just
that
saying,
correctly.
no, I
Okay.
was just saying, good to see you, Trish. That's all.
Okay,
Been a while.
that's what I
Been a while.
thought. So
That's all. Yeah, no, you're
I just want to
good,
make
Judy.
sure I
You're
didn't
good.
like rudely cut you off. I apologize.
No, you're good. Thank you. No, you're good.
So, I know what you're saying. I was excited, I'm finally taking consistent action. I'm not meeting the daily goals that I want, but that's okay. I'm striving. I don't want to lower my goals, my target, but I'm taking consistent action finally. In the past 3 weeks, I've had 11 appointments scheduled. Notice I said 11 appointments scheduled. Yeah. Representing 9 different people, meaning that some had
That's
asked
huge, Judy.
rescheduled.
That's
So
huge.
some had asked to be rescheduled. But as of this moment, I've only met with 3 because others are reschedule, ghost. 2 no-shows. Yesterday, I'm like, son of a, and then she gets, I kindly, text her to try to be, hey, your day obviously isn't going, is unexpectedly not going as planned, trying to be like, I hope everything's okay. And then this morning, she, again, complete ghost, but then this morning, and I wanted to ask you about this, Eric. So sorry, Judy. I did not mean to waste your time. So sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, I had an emergency to deal with. These next 2 weeks will not be good at all for me. So the second week in October will definitely be much better time for me to give you my undivided attention and have a clearer mind to take information into consideration. I was ready after yesterday to write her off going, no, I don't want, this is a person who, texts, no reply. She tells me to email, no reply, rescheduled 2 times, then ghosts me, even though I gave a 24-hour reminder and a 1-hour reminder. And I was like, I don't want to work with someone like that. Or should I be, in light of this, or should I be more forgiving? What would Eric do?
So
Is she
I would be
worthy?
I'd be very clear with having very healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
And that does not mean being mean or nasty. That means that I am a professional.
Mhm.
I am a professional and I am going to honor my time. I am going to ask. I'm going to ask them, we have something on the calendar, that in the same way that I will respect you, your calendar, and your time, that you will extend the same professional courtesy to me. Can we agree? Can we agree that when we set this next appointment, we will both be prepared and ready to be, we'll be prepared and available on that and on time that we agreed upon? Are you comfortable with what I'm proposing? And if not, punt.
Okay.
You don't have to be a battered woman by anybody. There is a fine line here, right? I do not want you to sit there and feel like you have to take punches to the head. If somebody is going to not respect your professionalism, then identify a new relationship.
Okay.
But I will not allow that same pattern to repeat themselves over and over and over again, because I do believe, for the most part, a zebra does not change their stripes. I am very cognizant of saying to somebody, so we're set for Monday at 10 a.m. Is that correct? I'm going to ask you to please honor the fact that I'm a professional. I will be there, ready and prepared for us to speak. Can I assume that you'll
do that when each one that I've done, I send an invitation. I ask that they accept it. And I say that right on the front end now.
Ask them verbally.
Okay.
I am a professional. I will absolutely honor you.
Okay.
Your
I like
calendar
the way
and
that you put that.
professionalism. Will you do the same for me? I will be there and prepared for our phone call.
Okay.
Can I entrust that you will absolutely be the same? And if not, don't make the appointment.
Fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I did have
Okay,
a very good I did have a really good conversation before this call. I was on the phone for an hour with a Colwell banker, and he is very interested. I couldn't get him to come to this afternoon. He was booked this afternoon. I did invite him, but I need to check back in with him next week, and he's been a real professional along the way.
Judy, you're going to kill it. You're finally starting, you're hitting your stride, and we all hit our stride separately, right? I didn't bring a person on my first 6 months at EXP. It didn't happen for me. It happened when it was supposed to happen, right? You are doing really, really well. Stay engaged with people like that. You now know what a successful conversation looks like, how somebody responds to a successful conversation. Keep that in mind so you don't have to negotiate your professionalism or your boundaries, right? You're always going to be kind and decent to people, but remember, you are running a business. All of you are running a business. Remember, we're not hourly employees. We are paid when we bring somebody into the organization, or we produce when working with a buyer and seller. Other than that, we're not making money. So remember, if somebody is wasting your time or not respecting your time, they're inhibiting you. They're inhibiting you. Don't allow that to happen.
Thank you.
Really, really good to hear about the success you're having. Anybody else want to talk about what's going on in their business? Nobody? And you back with us?
I'm back.
All right. So this is what I want to say to you. You're kicking tail right now in your business. You got listing after listing after listing after listing. Every agent who comes through the home, including tonight's open house. You have one tonight, you said, right?
Yeah, 5 to 7.
Flash a smile, and I want you to ask them the following questions. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for coming through. How long you been in the industry for? Break it open. Remember, use the acronym FORD, asking people questions about family, occupation, recreation, or dreams. 2, foster a relationship. Trish, listen to what I'm going to tell them here. You're holding an open house, and what you're going to say to them, how long you've been in the industry, how are things going for you, how are you finding them, how are you finding the market, right? Something that you could talk about in a genuine fashion. I noticed that you're with KW. How long have you been with them for? What do you like best about having them as your brokerage partner? Anything you don't like, anything you do to change or modify the relationship? Are you working with any buyers that move away from it? Are you working with any buyers right now that are looking for a home in this particular neighborhood in this price point, right? And then you're going to circle back to them. I want you to put together your hit list coming from the open house, and every agent that you sold, you have on a tear selling properties. You're taking some great listings. I saw you knew, I think it was $1.6 million in Belmore. I can't believe it, on the water.
Yeah.
But every agent that comes through that home, when you are picking up the phone and asking them for feedback on what their clients thought about the property, or if they previewed the property, it gives you an opportunity to have a conversation. Yeah. You should, from all of the listings that you've had, people previewing the property, showing buyers, you should have a list of hundreds of agents that you could reach out to. And what I like is if somebody is working with a buyer in the price point of $1.6 million, they probably have other clients that they're working with. It tells me that they're a successful realtor.
Yeah, actually, the house I just closed on last week was $1.5 million in Merrick, which is the town next door. And
where I grew up.
Yeah, and the listing agent, we went out for drinks. He's at Houlihan Lawrence, actually in Westchester, and he has a team of 7 people. And I think he's coming.
Do you?
I don't want to jinx it, but I think he's coming.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to foster a friendship with him. I want you to feel about him the same way that I feel about Louis Andrew Ruiz. I want him to become your friend. All of you in today's call have a mindset that you get to choose who you build your organization with. Why would you build an organization with somebody you don't like? That seems cuckoo to me, right? Somebody who's cancerous, that's going to sabotage your organization. And build a relationship with this person. Get to know him. Ask him
we
what's
went out for
important.
drinks, and then after the closing, I invited him out, but he couldn't come. But yeah, we're definitely staying in touch. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Nurture that relationship. How can I be of service? Have you thought about this? It's not about you bringing over 7 people. It's you providing service to understanding how this platform may benefit him and his 7 team members, right? So it's not about a paycheck. It's not about building a group. I have X amount of people. It's about being of service, cultivating and nurturing that relationship.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's start calling. You guys ready to call? All right, who wants to kick things off today? Aha. Anybody want to kick off the first call?
I'll go.
All right, do that. I'm going to pull up an email list, and I am going to cold call brokers today, and I'm going to call team leaders.
Wait, what? Hold on. What's going on here? Someone else start. I'm having a problem with my dialer.
All right, I am pulling up an email.
What the hell's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna hit open here. Anybody, what is this? Open. Select an app to open this numbers file. I guess Adobe Acrobat. Huh. Open. I don't know why this is not opening for me either.
My thing won't connect.
So it's saying you should only open this attachment from a trustworthy source. Would you like to open file or save it to your computer? I want to open it. And then it's saying select an app to open this numbers file. Adobe Acrobat, Notepad, Windows Media, Player Legacy, or Word. This is wonky.
You have a list on a Word document?
I have. So I will share this with you before I start calling. So every region at EXP they're now hiring growth. They're hiring growth leaders all over the country, right? EXP is doing that. So if it's a big state, you're going to have a state growth leader. So one of the growth leaders, remember that they're receiving a significant income being on salary at EXP. So one of the growth leaders called me up and said, I'm well aware of how you built your business. I would like to work with you. Can you help me build out this state? I'm not going to mention the person's name. I said, great. What I want from you is a list of every top brokerage firm in your state and every team leader. And they furnished me a list. So I want you to think outside the box. I'm trying to open up this list right now. It's not opening for me, but I promised him that I was going to cold call, and it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names. Now, if I call hundreds of people, yes, I'm going to identify a brokerage, or I'm going to identify a team leader that's going to come over. There's not a doubt in my mind. Okay. I'm going to go to another source to, guys, do me a favor. Somebody make a call. Trish, Aunt, Judy, Nick, somebody make a call as Michael Weissman as I pull up another lead source, because this thing is not opening for me. I
There we
don't
go.
know.
Okay.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your. You are now logged into the Mojo Dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
All right, here we go, baby.
Make it happen, buddy. Make it happen. It's all you.
Hello, and thank you so much for calling. Please be sure to leave a message.
I'll go until someone gets someone on the line. It's dialing.
All right, I'm dialing too.
Fastest growing cloud-based real estate brokerage. Please listen carefully as our options. Please leave your message for person Monday.
All right, I'm dialing as well.
Hello?
Hey, Nanzine, how are you? This is Anthony calling from eXp Realty. How's everything?
Everything is good. This is about what?
Hey, yeah, I wanted to reach out to you, Nanzine. I was actually looking at your profile online. I found it really compelling, especially in this market. I wanted to just reach out and see if you'd be possibly open-minded to exploring our platform here at eXp. You know, if it allowed you to keep more of your commission and earn stock ownership in the company, as well as a passive and residual income stream.
I'm not interested at this moment. Thank you so much.
Oh, I gotcha. May I ask? Hello? She hung up on me.
That's, it would happen to be, your tone would happen to be a great call. So that when, I'm not interested at this time, I would say to her, is there a particular catalyst?
I tried to, she hung up on me.
Exactly. I knew you
It's
were
like I'm
going
not
that
interested.
direction. And
Quick.
There, this is Santosh calling. How's your day so far?
Thank you.
It's Lindsay, right?
No, this is Paige.
Oh, okay. Is Lindsay here by any chance?
No, she's not in the office.
Okay. Is there a cell phone that I can reach out to her?
Pardon?
Is there like a cell phone number that I can reach out to her?
What's her surname?
Just wanted to connect with her.
Yeah, but what's Lindsay's surname, just to make sure I get the right?
Thomas.
And Tusha's muted. I'm going to call this guy John Bunn, 706 662.
I can't really.
Yeah, I'm ringing right now.
You have reached voicemail of John Bunn. Please leave your name and number and up.
Okay. Another cold call. Let's try a cold call here. Never spoken to this cat before. He's a brokerage, and I think he's got about 50, 60 people. He's got a nice business. Let's see. 10.
Hello?
Hey, Ophelia, how are you? This is Anthony calling from eXp Realty. How's everything?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Hey, Ophelia, I wanted to reach out to you, but I was actually just looking at your profile online on the MLS, and I found it really compelling. So I just wanted to give you a shout, and I really wanted to see if you'd be open-minded to exploring our platform here at eXp. We're looking for good agents like you. And, if it allowed you to keep more of your commission, earn stock ownership in the company, as well as a passive and residual income stream, would that be something you'd be open-minded to taking a look at?
Not for at this moment,
I gotcha.
Thank you so much.
What?
For coming along.
I gotcha. What do you think may change in the future?
Maybe in the future, yes. Maybe you can call me,
Gotcha.
Right now, I'm not thinking of that, okay?
Yeah.
I appreciate what about you calling.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotcha. Out of curiosity, what's happening in a few months?
Right now, I have a certain personal things changes from now because I have something, personal things to resolve first. I'm thinking to change my place now. Okay.
I got you. All right. I'll give you a shout in a few months. You be well. All right. Take care. Bye.
All right,
Has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have
I didn't want to be pushy with her.
You're great. Okay.
So Eric, just to clarify with you, because I know Canada has the do not call list to check before calling. So in the US, since I'm from Canada, we don't have anything like that, right? Like in the US to check before calling. EXP doesn't provide that tele register.
Santush, Randy and I just told you, you don't need to check the do not call list when calling another agent. We just said that. There's no such thing as a do not call list agent to agent.
Oh, no. The reason I was saying is in the ICA, when I had to sign in Canada, they have the tele registry. So you have to check before calling. That's what they mentioned. That's why I was thinking whether in the US we do have to do anything like that, but I guess not, right?
I'm sorry, buddy. Say that one more time.
So when I sign with EXP, in the ICA, they say to check the do not call list in Canada before making any calls to any of the agents. So I don't know if in the US
Did they
have
say
any.
agents or did they say buyers and sellers?
Oh, for agent attraction as well, same thing. Yeah, buyers and sellers, and also for agent attraction.
This is going to be, very politically incorrect. I don't pay a whole lot of attention. If a realtor is that upset that I call them a do not call list, they're probably not very good at their job. I mean, really. I would say I'm really, really sorry that I had reached out to you. I didn't realize I was simply reaching out to see if something would be a benefit, could be a potential benefit to you and the family. If I've caused any interruption, I'm completely sorry. It won't happen again. But let's not spend a lot of time on this. Really.
Gotcha.
It's just, I want, there's so many other ways to skin the cat. Santush, you can't let, I read his text, right? You can't let something like that let you go sideways. It's not worth it.
Right.
He's probably angry at the world that he's not a very successful realtor. For him to take the time and write you text after text after text about the do not call list, it's beyond ridiculous. Don't put a lot of time into it, and it's not worthy of the conversation, to be honest with you, especially in this call.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call this guy that left EXP. 315-225. 1447.
Hey, hello, this is Alex with Keller Williams. How can I help you?
Alex with Keller Williams, Eric with EXP.
Hey, Eric, how you
doing? Good, long time no speak. How have you been?
Good.
Hey, I just saw a couple of your posts and just wanted to reach out, see how things are going at KW for you. Yeah, hey, Alex, I was just reaching out. I saw a couple of your posts and I just wanted to check in with you and see how things are going at KW for you.
Yeah, we're about 2 million and we got 2 more coming.
Alex, that's awesome.
like really just focusing on volumes right now.
How do you like things at KW?
Yeah, that right there. Pretty cool.
As I recall, your girlfriend's over there, isn't she? As I recall, I believe your girlfriend or something was an agent at KW.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Wait, Alex, congratulations, my friend. Good for you. And that's awesome to hear that your baby's on the way. Anything you don't like? Anything you don't like about your experience at KW?
Go through the motion for some of the stuff. I just want to
Yeah, they do. There's a lot of Kool-Aid to drink there. I wanted to ask you a question. You know me, I'm pretty straightforward. You've got all the talent in the world. I mean, the fact that you've got $2 million in listings speaks volumes. Wanted to ask you a question. You know the EXP platform. You know that we have less fees. You know that you'll keep more of your commissions. You know that they don't have a revenue share plan, which allows you to use that personality of yours to build a passive and residual income. Alex, would you be willing to sit down and go point by point to simply compare and contrast what you're now getting at KW versus what EXP might be able to provide to ensure that you're maximizing your income earning potential? You know what? I think that makes sense. I don't want, there seems like a lot that's going on. Why don't we do that? Why don't I reach out around the holidays? Does that make sense? When's the baby expected, by the way? I'm going to put it in my notes to follow up with you around the holiday season. We'll give you and I a chance just to extend holiday greetings and see if the timing is perhaps better than it is today. But it does sound like that you've got a lot going on. I'm really happy for your success.
Oh, thank you.
You are as well. Hey, enjoy the rest of the day. And if you need anything at all, always feel free to reach out. You're welcome, buddy. Talk to you soon. Any feedback on that call?
We could not hear his replies at all.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him.
We only heard your side of the conversation.
Sorry, I should have put the phone closer to the computer. He was with the EXP. He left us about 2 years ago. And I wanted to know what he liked about his experience at EXP and what he didn't like about at KW, what he liked about his new experience there and what he didn't like. And he shared with me that he didn't like, because that's what I really was interested in, his pain points. He didn't like the fact that it was all about the Kool-Aid. It was a lot of fees, a lot of junk fees. It was a higher cap than EXP. And the fact that he didn't have the ability to earn a retirement that came from building a revenue share platform.
So why did he leave then?
He left because his former girlfriend was one of the key players at KW. And he went over there to be with her. They've since broken up and he's now engaged and having a baby with another woman. So I said, would it make sense? And he said, perhaps it would. And I said, would you be open to simply comparing and contrasting the platforms to see which one was in your best interest regarding your income earning potential? And he said, I would be. He said, but not right now. I'm having a baby and I've got 4 listings totaling $2 million. And I said to him, when would be a better time to follow up with you? Again, I wasn't pushing, I was asking. And he said to me, a better time would be around the holidays. Does everyone get a feel for how the call should go? Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's not hard. It's not a hammer. It's very much a velvet cloth. It's smooth. It's easy. It's gentle. It's nice. It's relationship. It's, it's just connecting.
Yeah, that was great, Eric. I was listening in, just asking questions like, hey, you tell me, when should I call you back? I want to be respectful of your schedule and life right now. When's a better
Yeah,
time?
I acknowledge, Nima. I said it does sound like you've got a lot going on. 4 listings. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was good. That was excellent.
Thanks, bud. All right, guys, who's next up on the dial list? I'm going to keep on calling.
Yeah, I'm stepping away kid duty, but I'll be listening in from time to time.
Okay.
Thanks.
You bet, of course.
I'll go again. Get somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dialing.
I'm going to dial 2 right now. Terry Williams.
Please leave your message for 917. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hey, John, sorry about that. I had a bad connection. This is Anthony from eXp Realty. How's everything?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good. Hey, John, the reason for my call, I was actually looking at your profile online. I found it really compelling, especially in this market. Just wanted to reach out to you to see if you'd be open-minded to exploring our platform over here. You know, if it allows you to keep a lot more of your commission, get more leads, as well as earn stock ownership in the company. Is that something you'd be open-minded to taking a look at?
I just don't have time right now. It's just a part-time thing I do, a full-time job, so I don't really have time to start branching, doing anything different right now, but maybe in the future.
Gotcha. What do you do what's your full-time gig?
Project manager for a construction company.
Oh, nice. Any plans to ever turn that, you know, to jump into real estate full-time?
Yeah, the brokerage is owned by me and my partner, and we started it 7 years ago.
Oh, nice.
And the plan is we both work full-time, and then in the future, that'll be, retirement gig.
I gotcha. How many agents do you have in your brokerage?
What do we have? Maybe 4, 5. So
Okay.
everyone's part-time, not many people. Me and my partner are probably the biggest sellers, and then everyone else is, when they have time, they do it.
I gotcha.
And if they want to join us, they're self-indulged, really, have an office, receptionist. It's just you do everything yourself, basically.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, the reason I'm asking is, we have an incentive program and we have a lot of independent.
Give me 1 second. I just got to grab this call.
Yeah, no problem.
Ant, you still on?
He put me on hold.
Oh, he didn't hang up. I was thinking it was a brush off. Oh, good.
We'll see if
You may have something here, Ant.
we'll see. We'll see if he comes back. I doubt it. I'm going to give him 40 seconds.
He's coming back. Why wouldn't they? Okay. Veronica.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hey, yeah.
Hello?
John.
Hi, Veronica.
So I just wanted to mention it to you because a lot of smaller independent brokerages are bolting their brokerages onto our platform. And, you know, as someone who's in construction, you know, the ability to, you know, unburden yourself basically from the day-to-day operations, of course, the liability costs, the E&O, the rent, the receptionist, and all of that, and everything that goes into running a brokerage, you can basically relieve yourself of by bolting onto our platform while still keeping your branding and your company name. So, you know, I think it would be something to take a look at. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's something I definitely talk about, but I just don't have time right now. You know, maybe another time we can talk more.
I got you. I got you. I'll give you a shout in about a month.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, my man. Bye.
I love it. Yeah, you have to put it in the database and follow up in 1 month. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, he was just blowing me off.
I don't think.
Oops, I was gonna say perhaps, but Eric says the future,
Yeah.
fortune is in the follow-up, so.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just putting it in my notes. Call back on October 26th.
Every month. Yeah. Recurrent activity.
Future follow-up.
And I did not want to interrupt your phone call. I just had a great phone call.
Good.
One of the top agents in New Jersey, her name is Veronica Fantazzi. We spoke 2.5 years ago. She had been somewhat interested and then completely, Trish, listen to this, completely ghosted me. And then when I finally got her on the phone, she said, Eric, timing's just not right for me. And I called her up just now and she said, Eric, I'm interested. I'm really interested. I said, you know, you're somebody who's always stayed top of mind. I always appreciated your straightforwardness and telling me it wasn't going to happen. But I know that you're successful. I know that successful people are typically looking for ways to remain at the very top of their profession. And I'd like to discuss that with you further. She said, Eric, I'd consider making a move. I'm leaving for Europe. I'm back after December 5th.
Nice. That's
So,
awesome, man.
I'm going to take a note here.
She's solo agent or she runs a team?
She runs a team.
Nice.
And I think we've got a decent shot with her. I'm just going to grab a pen. Bear with me. All right, guys, who's up next? All right, anybody? Veronica. Yeah. Antozzi. Okay.
I gotta jump
December.
off in like 5 minutes to go make myself look presentable for my open house.
Kidding, you look like $1 million. I gotta wait for my hair to grow back before I look presentable.
Coming along.
You what?
It's coming along.
It is. I mean, I went from, you know, having long hair to shaving my head.
Side question.
Yes.
Who's staying at Fontainebleau? Anybody? Bueller?
Anybody staying at Fontainebleau, Lowe's Hotel? No, Trish. Well, Trisha's going no. Trish, you're staying at your mom's house.
No, actually, I'm staying at the Kimpton.
Okay.
Oh, are you really? You're not staying with your mom?
Oh, no, there's no room at my mom's. It's a house full.
I'm staying at Irene's. I'm at Irene's right now. It's not bad. I mean, it's really not bad. So
I'm flying in
Brickell,
Saturday
what's
if anybody's
that?
around.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
It sucks.
you guys want to see something beautiful? I want to show you guys the new building in Miami. So this is the new. Oh, I want to show you the Aston Martin building. The top penthouse just sold for $80 million. Oh, it's in between. I don't have a shot of it here.
I was in there before they built the actual building when they had the sales office only. Pretty impressive.
It's nice. And I'm gonna come in early, so I will be there. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be in early. I'm gonna go back to Puerto Rico. I'm going to Colombia. I'm going back to Colombia next Monday until Saturday. Then I'm in Puerto Rico for a week, and then I'll be in Miami for a month again. So if you're coming in early, I would love to grab dinner with you and spend time. If
Yeah,
guys, by the way, if any of you are going to be here for EXPCon, why don't we make plans to get together, grab a meal, and just spend some quality time?
I'm
That'd be
coming in
great.
Saturday.
Hey,
Yeah,
Anthony, I'm doing the Fountain Blue as well.
Awesome. I'll be there.
It's a great hotel. You guys are going to have a blast there.
Yeah, I love it there. I've been before.
So I'd love to spend some time with all of you, and just let me know when you're going to be around. I'm staying at an apartment here in Brickell. Her view is obstructed from the new Austin Martin Tower. It's a stone's throw from here. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Let me call. I'm trying to reach this cat again. I should not make this call, but Lewis asked me. So he just bought a franchise, and this is called tortoise interference. So you're not supposed to call. Hi, Julio. Mike Gonzalez.
Mike speaking.
Hey, Mike, Eric Orland calling. How are you?
Who's this?
Eric Orland. I was referred to you by Louis Ruiz, Lewis Andrew Group.
Yeah.
How are you?
Okay.
So Lewis told me that you guys were close and had a relationship, and I wanted to call up and introduce myself. I'm Lewis's sponsor at EXP.
Okay.
And wanted to see while I'm in town if you'd be receptive to grabbing a cup of coffee or grabbing a lunch together and exploring how the EXP platform may allow you as a broker the opportunity to lower your expenses and do away with the whole infrastructure of having to be a broker, like technology, coaching and training, all the things that we typically don't like, all the while being able to keep that all important brand that you've built over the years and giving you a recruiting and retention friendly platform that may allow you to really ramp up your revenues, minimize your expenses, and ultimately put more money in your pocket. I wanted to see if you'd be open to having a conversation. I know that you've got a nice brokerage firm. I know you're doing a great job. I think Lewis had mentioned you've got about 25 agents. Is that right?
Something about that, yeah.
Would you be open to taking a look at the EXP platform and exploring a potential collaboration?
Yeah, sure.
What is I am here in Brickell. Are you in South Miami?
I'm in West Kendall.
You're in West Kendall. What I'd like to do, I am going to be in town until Monday. I'm leaving for Colombia Monday morning. I'm in Miami frequently. I go back and forth. I live in Miami and Puerto Rico. Any chance you have any time available tomorrow for us to potentially connect?
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, actually, I mean, anytime before 2 p.m. is fine because I have my kids. So anytime before 2 p.m.
How about an early lunch tomorrow? You want to grab a noon lunch together?
Yeah, let's do it.
I would love that as well. Do me a favor. You know the Kendall area better than I do. Why don't we meet at your office at noon tomorrow? And from there, we can go out and grab a lunch and just kind of explore the platform and see if it makes sense. But it will also give us an opportunity to get to say hello and get to know one another.
Yep. So I recently closed the office and we went virtual. And that's where, I don't have an office right now, so I'm virtually right. I'm a virtual brokerage right now.
Gotcha. Are you familiar at all with the EXP platform?
Yes, I've heard about it. Yes.
What makes it, just real briefly, what makes it so enticing to the realtors is a couple of things. Number one, there's a cap in place. So there's a cap in place to ensure that the realtors essentially keep more of their hard-earned commissions. If you come over like Lewis as a team, Lewis, as you know, receives a good portion of the revenues from the agents and that he's providing them both leads and office and tremendous support. But also someone like yourself who's been in the industry and has built a great reputation for a long period of time has the ability to build what we call a revenue share organization. Do you know about EXP's revenue share plan?
I don't know specifically everything of it, but I've heard about it.
What's amazing? Yeah, what's amazing is the company takes half of their revenues and gives those monies back to the agents that are helping to grow and build EXP by simply introducing the platform to other realtors. Last year, believe it or not, the company gave back $174 million. So I've been moderately successful. I brought on about 66 agents, but how it works at EXP, whenever you introduce somebody to the company, you bring them on, that person is in your first tier. And whoever the people in your first tier, as they're out there building their own organizations, whoever they bring on would be in my second tier. So from the 66 agents that I brought on, you ready? I have over 3,000 agents in my organization, providing me a seven-figure passive income.
Yeah.
Would love to see if this resonates for you. What I could do is I'll meet you at your office at noon tomorrow. And why don't we go out and grab a bite from there? I know that you've got your kids, you said at 2 o'clock. So if we could spend some time together and get to know each other, I would love that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, would you do me a favor? This is my cell phone. Would you just ping me with your office address and I'll be there at noon? Oh, you know what? Do me a favor. Then tell me that's right. I'm sorry. Just let me know where's a good place, a good restaurant for us to meet at. Awesome, buddy. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, man. Hey, have a great rest of the day. Hey, I want to thank you, by the way, for being so open-minded. I do appreciate it. Thank you, pal. Bye-bye.
Amazing.
That was awesome, man.
Love it. So soft, so easy.
Feel free to put them under me.
25 agents, virtual office. Boom.
So I have a question. He
He just
already
te-
said
he-
yes, right?
Mhm.
And then when he said he was virtual, you went into the EXP thing.
A
What's your
little bit, because I know that Lewis has talked to him about EXP, but he's got a virtual office. What he has with the virtual office is he's got 25 agents that's not growing. And what I wanted to illustrate for him is the beauty of our platform is the leverageability of the platform. From the 66 agents that I've sponsored, I now have almost 3,000 agents in my organization. So that's what I wanted to illustrate to him. I wanted to get him excited about tomorrow's meeting. But you're right, Trish. I didn't even need to go there. I probably talked longer on that call than I needed to. If I would to analyze the call.
I thought maybe that was more into the relationship building thing.
Yeah, a little bit of that too. Yeah,
Okay.
I was, but I could have done it a different way. I mean, how long you've been at it. I could have asked him more questions about family, occupation, recreation, and dreams.
You get to do that tomorrow.
I will. That definitely.
That was awesome.
Put in the chat. I'm very curious to hear how this goes tomorrow at lunch.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I'm
especially
feeling
since
it's
they're
good.
going in your downline, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have a vested interest.
Oh,
No, but seriously, put it in the attraction flow chat. I want to hear how this goes.
Okay. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at noon.
All right, guys, I got to jump.
So that's him just sending me the address. I'm meeting him at Finca Table and Tap. I don't know what the hell that is, but
that's awesome. All right, guys, I gotta run and shave this thing.
bye.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Thank you. See you guys later.
And good luck, buddy.
Good to see you, Anthony.
You too.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was just curious, where is the attraction flow group chat? Is it like on EXP Workplace?
So if you go, Laura, if you go into, there's two things. One in Workplace. If you go into Workplace, there's a group chat that goes on there. And then something that's less formal is, one is Workplace, Attraction Flow, and the other is Work Chat. So Workplace and Work Chat, if you go into Attraction Flow, you'll see a lot of different postings. And one is Workplace is just more formal than Work Chat.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Guys and gals, I want everyone to be aware of that. You know, we are going to be changing over. We're going to be changing our name from Attraction Flow to Attractify. And that could happen as early as next week, but I'll be sure to let everybody know. Guys, who wants to make a call? I want to hear you guys on the phone. I want you to use these times to make calls so you can start building out your database. I want to make a promise to you. If you could do this in front of a group of people when you are by yourself, it is 1,000 times easier. So the more you practice this, the more you allow yourself to call in front of other people, I promise you, it is really working your sales muscle in a way that is better than anything. So try to give it a shot.
It's Christine. Hey, Christine, it's Trish Yassa. I'm with the XP in Colorado. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good too. Hey, Christine, you and I have never met, but I found it very interesting what you said in that Realtor magazine, or well, actually, it wasn't Realtor, it was Jersey Realtor article about work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
So I really admire people that can have a work-life balance in real estate, and I am a big proponent of it. I've done that myself. And so I just wanted to reach out and congratulate you. I hope you'll take that as a compliment.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Today I'm not feeling that balance, so to hear that reminds me like I need to, enjoy the moments that I have it. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what? You do need, we all need those reminders because we get caught up. How's business been for you this year?
Business has been a little slower than I'd like, mostly because I was in a car accident in the spring and I've been dealing with some health issues.
Ouch.
But
sorry.
That's all right. But things are ramping up.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm feeling good about it.
Okay, great. Well, listen, other than me seeing you in New Jersey Realtor, we've never met, even though I was in Jersey for most of my life, and I was a Realtor in the Summit, Chatham, Morristown area. So I know your neck of the woods too. Yeah, but I'm going to cut to the chase because I want to respect your time and mine. And just wanted to ask you if you'd be open-minded to jumping on a short call with my business partner, that's my husband, to explore our brokerage model, if it maybe allows you to keep more of your commissions, save on some fees, and aligns with the direction you want to take your business by providing multiple streams of income, including stock ownership in the company that you're helping to build. Would you be open-minded to simply taking a look to compare and contrast?
Sure.
Awesome. So let's do this. Tell me a little bit about your business first, if you don't mind, while I get my calendar out.
A little bit about mine, like what I focus on?
Yeah.
Well, as a newer agent, I did a lot of rentals as like a starter. I've had a couple listings. I feel like I've really tried to focus on the rental market in this area because nobody really is as far as the agents go, and I see my renters as potential future buyers.
Absolutely.
So I've been nurturing all of those leads and working on, getting pre-approvals on that end. So I think I'm going to have a really strong buyer side in the next probably 12 months from now.
Yeah.
But I also just got a new lead who's a flipper. Which is I've worked with investors in the past who will buy, but mostly renovate and rent out, whereas
That's
this new
perfect.
client of mine wants to buy and sell. So
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good strategy because nobody wants those rentals and many of them do turn into buyers. And plus you can build a relationship with the owner too, with the landlord. So there you go. Yep. So Jason has some time at 4:30, if today, if that works, or would Monday be better?
Monday would be better.
Okay. And I know because I'm going to be with them, we are getting in a little late from our weekend. So would 4:30 on Monday work?
Yeah. And you're giving me Eastern time?
Yeah, I'm giving you Eastern time. So it's
Okay.
2:30 my time. Great. And, Christine, it would really be helpful to send you 2 short videos to watch. Would you be able, one's 10 minutes. You can watch it like brushing your teeth and putting on your makeup. And the other one's about 30 minutes. Would you be able to watch those before Monday at 4:30?
I'm sure I can make it happen.
Okay, great. So what's a good email address for you?
Let's send it to CPOPH.212 @gmail.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to repeat the first part.
It's my first initial last name, CTOTH.
Oh, okay, got it.
.212.
.212 Great. All right, I will send you a Calendly invite as well as the 2 videos. And I just want to make sure that if you're not able to make it, because things do happen in this business, and if you can't make it, to please let us know. I'm going to give you this is my cell number, but on Calendly you can reschedule so that we can be respectful of each other's time, and we'll do the same.
All right, sounds great.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Christine, and I look forward to you talking with Jason.
All right, perfect. Thanks for reaching out.
All right, take care. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yay!
And she thanked you for reaching out.
Yes, she did.
She did. Yes, she did. Trish, that was a great phone call in so many different ways. Your tone was great. You smiled on the phone. You did not talk. You asked more than spoke. You gave her an alternative close. Would meeting tomorrow or Monday be better for your schedule? I even love the fact how you tied her down at the end with, we'll be respectful of your time. Would you please be respectful of ours as well? And let us know if you need to cancel. I just thought that was almost a textbook. That was a textbook call. It was an excellent call. Your tone, the way you guided the conversation, it's interesting, in the last 15, 20 minutes, we've only been calling for less than an hour a day. The first half hour I took kind of checking in with you guys. Calling for less than an hour. Do you realize you've heard, in less than an hour, I think if you were doing this for yourself, we have 1 brokerage and 2 agents that are significantly interested in exploring EXP.
Maybe because it's coming the end of the year.
Maybe, Carmen, that could be. So what does that tell you? If in fact we're coming into the recruiting season, which we are, by the way, if we're coming into recruiting season, coming to the end of the year, what should you be doing now more than ever?
Call.
Yes, of course. But, it really does show that, if you were to take this hour or made a commitment, my commitment is this: I call 90 minutes a day, every day. In the same way I got up this morning and brushed my teeth, I am calling 90 minutes every day. Anything outside of that means I'm not taking my business seriously. Shame on me. My goal is not 3,000 agents. My goal is 10,000 agents. So I need to pick up the phone for 90 minutes each and every day to solidify that. But all of you could do this. You hear Trish, you heard me. This is not hard. It's just investing the time and being determined and committed to what it is that you want. You're the best, Carmen.
Bye-bye. See you.
Eric, I have a question.
Yep. Talk to me, Laura.
Okay, so I make calls with my sister, and I said this is I literally say I'm Laura Coffin, this is my sister, and then Lisa talks. Do you think it's overwhelming to have sisters calling the lead at the same time on the phone?
I probably would not do that, Laura. My goal, somebody asked me yesterday, the person who's the head of marketing for Attractify, she's also a project manager, said, Eric, how long was your average call? I thought long and hard about that. I try to be really respectful and make as less confusion as possible. I want it to be smooth and easy. And I think it's important not to have too many cooks in the kitchen. You're a people person. I mean, who called me from corporate recently? Sean Murphy said that he was with you and how much he enjoyed your company, yada, yada, yada. You're great. You don't need somebody else to make phone calls with you. Pick up the phone, connect with them, do what Trish just did in the phone, and don't complicate the process.
Okay, because I was thinking, I'm like, it's getting too complicated. And then they're like, what, who? And we're like, okay, now.
I would never do it. Never. You need to come to the point. You need to come to the realization that you're really good at this and that you're comfortable asking questions and remaining in control of the conversation. And, having a good conversation is hard enough with two people. Think about adding a third person to the mix.
Yeah,
there's just more to go wrong. There's more chances of something going wrong.
Thank you.
Now you're welcome. You're welcome. Who else wants to make a call? Come on. Carmen, make a call for me. Speaking of director of marketing. Meg, you want to try? Carmen? I know the first time it's a little challenging, but I promise after that, Nima, Nick, Mark, any of you guys want to make a call?
I promise the next time I come on here, I'll make calls. I have yet to hear the role play of it, and I love it. I'm like taking notes and making all the things. So I'm really excited, actually.
Whenever it feels right to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. I'm going to try this woman who basically told me to go jump in the lake. So we're going to see. Okay. When you make a call, like I know this could be a hard call, my mindset is nobody gets to steal my joy for the day. So I'm going to be really positive and up with her. And if she doesn't like it, I understand. I'm going to mirror her. I'm going to be respectful, but I'm going to ask her.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right. This woman may tell me to jump in the lake or something stronger as well. 424. Two 1 4 2 4 4. 2 4 4 1 of 1 6. I'm gonna hardball her. I decided.
This is Shipping Matthews with Compass Real Estate. Thanks for calling. The best way to reach me is to send a text or.
No, I'm sending you a text. I'm gonna have to call you from another number though. Okay, this is the biggest agent in Delaware. This is going on 4 years, me calling her. Come on, Shonda.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the
No, 3-2.
Please leave your message for Ruchika Gogel.
Anybody feel like dialing one? Shannon Kincaid, Sharmila Gauntlet.
Quick question, Eric.
Please.
If someone texts you back, you just called, reason for who is this? Reason for your call? Do you even respond, or you treat it like a voicemail? Because I have responded before and then they just ghost me anyway. I was just curious.
I don't respond to it. I don't.
Okay.
Typically, to be honest with you, because I'm calling at a pretty fast pace, I don't ever remember who the person is.
Yep.
Sam. I remember this guy. I'm going to call this cat. Now, Judy, you're going to get to the point with this where if you make an hour of calls, you're going to identify a couple of people that are serious candidates, especially as you continue to, and you're getting better and better and better and more confident. It's going to become very easy to you.
We just have to get them to show up. And that's all in the numbers, I realize.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 630 Sam. 630-330 0087. All right, you want me to bring somebody on right now? All right, I'm going to bring her on once and for all. Guys, listen to this call. 5 years, 4 years, cannot bring her on. Hot lead. She keeps on telling me she's coming and I can't convert. Trish, you want to talk about a hair? She's the #1 agent in the state of New York at Howard Hanna. She is amazing. Great lady. We're friends and I can't bring her over. But I'm not going to push it. I will not close her. I will not push it. I've asked, she's paid Howard Hanna over $100,000 last year. She would save over $100,000 moving her license to EXP. Rita Gentry. She was part of my organization and left. She moved out of the area. She joined and would never take my phone call afterwards. But she left EXP. I finally got a hold of her and she told me that she was. Hey, Rita, it's a blast from the past. It's Eric Orland.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Good. I was just thinking about you. I know that we had not spoken a lot. You had told me, hey, Eric, I'm moving. And I imagine I'm going to get licensed where we're at. So I just want to follow up, say hello, and see how things are going for you.
Yeah, I'm not doing real estate anymore. So, yeah, I'm doing project management. So, in a whole different arena.
Are you happy with what you're doing?
No, but yeah.
There is something about that steady paycheck, right? You know, listen, you have a great personality. If you ever want to get into it, I would love to get together with you. I'd love to help you build the organization. I know we didn't get to work that closely in the past. I know that you were busy and I wanted to respect that. But, you know, I just wanted to reach out, say hi, just check in with you and see how things are going. And where life has you. If things change at all, I'd love to, you know, pick up a dialogue between the two of us.
Yeah. It's not.
Where'd you want it moving to? Oh, Rita, I was just there. My brother and sister, we took a siblings vacation. And it is one of the cutest. My brother lives in Charlotte. He's a physician in Charlotte. And we met in Greenville. And I thought it was one of the coolest towns, the park, where they bang the drums. You know, we're out there with the drums. It was one of the, I just love the community. You must really be enjoying. It is. Well, listen, enjoy. It's really good to hear your voice. Enjoy, and let's remain in contact. If anything changes, again, I'd love the opportunity to work with you.
Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate
Of
that.
course. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Judy, you're laughing. What are you thinking? It's easy. It's not hard. It's not a hard sell. It's like, how you doing? Oh, Greenville's great. Yeah, it's great. And she's thanking me for calling.
I've had those kinds of conversations where they're actually great conversations, but going nowhere in terms of results, but great conversations.
Right? It will happen. Nick just got an appointment for an LA agent to see your presentation next Thursday. Love it, Nick. Nick, congratulations, buddy. So those of you who want to see somebody really great on the phone, my buddy Nick Lynch, I've known Nick for a long time. When I was young and handsome. I've known Nick for a long time, and Nick is probably one of the best people on the phone. Nobody in my entire career, however, the average number of, Nick, how many phone calls have you made in your professional career? He's gonna type it into the chat, I think. I want you to hear him live in person. He made, like Judy, like an obscene, like 50,000 calls. I mean, he's a pro. He's not listening to me at all. All right, guys, I have got the call in 20 minutes. I am going to get something to eat. I still have not had breakfast. I'm going to grab something to eat so I don't pass out on the 4 p.m. explaining the model call. Really appreciate everybody being here today. Really enjoyed today. It was fun. Dave, good to see you, pal. Keep on keeping on. Do this. October 1st is right around the corner. Make the most of it. If you need anything, as always, feel free to reach out. Call me on my cell phone.
Thank you, as always.
Thank you, Judy. Talk to you guys.
Yeah.